Alright, the title of this is The Impermanence of Happiness. It's not in human nature to be happy. Everyone on earth seeks happiness, yet few attain it, and when they do, it's rarely permanent. Happiness is relative. The richest, most powerful people have children who are completely privileged and have every one of their needs appear to be met, but they still grow up emotionally torn. If a less fortunate kid were to gain what the affluent child has in material, they most likely would be happy for quite some time. Think back to when you were a kid. The common theme amongst poor kids in public schools is seeing the rich kid complain about doing something stupid to piss off their parents. They struggle to comprehend why anyone would do something like this, for it sounds so ridiculous from their frame of reference. The different way in which the rich kid's need for an available parent not being met is difficult to understand to someone whose parents are less involved with work once they are at home. This need to poke the bear is unfathomable, especially if you grow up with a stereotypical blue-collar household. Now, the rich kid grows up in a different world, and the way they've adapted to that environment is not the way the poor person has. For you get to where he is and you very well may be happy, but that happiness is fleeting. It's not permanent. The reason for this is that humans are designed to strive to constantly advance, develop, and grow. They are made to acquire more and more resources. Happiness is a temporary high. Some argue that it is only at full acceptance of what one has that they can truly achieve happiness and ascendance. But acceptance and ascendance is not continual. The way it was, you have a position in the tribe. From that position, you derive a sense of power, and from that, a sense of belonging. Along with the fact that you have all your needs met, including your emotional, sexual, etc., you have to feel as if you're being useful and what you're doing has an impact. If you keep spinning your wheels doing the same thing over and over again, what once made you happy will make you miserable. You have to leverage your position for further advancement to remain in that realm of happiness, for to be happy is to change. Now, one could ask what makes one motivated to start and continue any of these things. Many people say they do things for themselves because it makes them happy, when the reality is that it doesn't. The whole reason people do something and keep at it is because of the positive feedback they receive from doing whatever it is they do. That feedback is validating and fans the flames, motivating them to continue performing. The negative is also true. Usually children who don't like sports growing up is because of the experience they had when the activity was first introduced in their lives. Maybe they weren't good at them, maybe they were smaller than the others, and both of these factors along with others contributed into creating an inferiority complex within them. Maybe they didn't find their niche sport, or they weren't around the right social group to motivate them to keep persisting. Perhaps they were made fun of, or they were torn down for their mistakes. They paired these bad experiences with any kind of exercise, and this shifted them off the trajectory for their whole lives. Passion comes from the confidence one gains from the notoriety that they are good at something, not simply from the pleasure of the action. To avoid the trap of the unsuccessful athlete, you need to find like-minded people for positive reinforcement. If a person who has the highest potential to be a world-changing physicist, but is only around non-intellectual individuals, that potential will never be fully cultured, and that capacity will go completely unfulfilled, and unfortunately to waste. When you find great people like Muhammad Ali, Albert Einstein, Edgar Allan Poe, it is because they are the perfect storm of positive and negative stimuli, which has concocted this human potion of output. All of the many factors have played into a role into manufacturing these ascended individuals, many of which still have their own demons. It might be positive and inflated in one area of their life, but damaged in another. It's not in human nature to be permanently happy without constant improvement and compensation. Human beings are programmed to cultivate and expand, and you're supposed to always see that through. This is why ambition is one of the most attractive qualities in a man, because it is quality that is a catalyst for growth in the species. The micro level, a household with a male with ambition will grow the household. Genetically, this is attractive to women tapping into that hunter-gatherer caveman DNA we have left over. He who is the most able to provide is the most fit to breed and has the most options to breed. On the macro level, if many households have someone like this heading them, the species as a whole will benefit. Stagnation does not provide any benefit. Complacency is not beneficial. It is a deterrent. Once you're happy and maintain it for a brief period of time, you get accustomed to it and the Coolidge effect takes place. This is where you need a greater and greater hit, a stimulus, to produce the same level of happiness. And that's the reason for life, to grow and be the best that you can be each and every day.